Hello everyone and welcome to my August Cat-Walk TBR game. So again, we start out just as housekeeping. We start out with 5 rolls. Doubles will add a roll as well as a punishment TBR card draw. So it's 2 additional books. And that's pretty much it. The only book I need to get on is my August selection for autism reads, which is this book. Let's see, Hoshi and the Red City Circuit by Dora M. Raymaker. So this is the young adult selection for August. And hopefully I can get that on, and when I do, I will read the synopsis of that at that point. And yeah, let's just go ahead and just delve right on in. First things first is I do need to get a random number generator up here. So random. Okay, so as you can see, has the number 4 and a 1 through 10. On the summer board, I've got 30 squares, and if I get a double, I also switch over to the challenge board. Okay, so let's figure out what spot I'll be starting on. 19. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I think what I am going to do as well is so I ordered some dice, and the company sent a little dragon. So I think just for fun, I'm going to use this dragon as the token today and go from there. So we'll use the dragon as the token today. As far as the dice, this is full of dice. So okay, so we're gonna do, let me find, okay, I'm gonna do a 6-sided dice. So let's pull out 2 6-sided dice. I was gonna do potentially other ones, but I think I'll just stick with the 6-sided dice for this round. Okay, here's one. All right, so we're gonna go with a yellow dice, and nope. Oh, here we go. Okay, and a dark purple. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into roll number 1. Okay, so starting off on space number 19 with this dragon. Okay, so moving 7 spots with a 5 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That is Go Swimming. So Go Swimming is to read a book that has water on the cover. I'm going to do a reread. I have been wanting to reread this series for I don't know how long now, and so I may as well just get it on this TBR. And the book that I really want to reread is this. I really want to read this whole series. As far as the water, it's right here at the bottom. So, water on the cover. So this is Divergent by Veronica Roth. It says, one choice decides your friends. One choice defines your beliefs. One choice determines your loyalties forever. One choice can transform you. And that's all it says. So this one, we're in a world of factions, and are there 5 factions? Thought I saw something. 5 or 6. I don't remember exactly how many factions there are. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Abnegation, amity, candor, erudite, dauntless, so that's 5. So 5 factions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so there are 5 factions. And for those people that are able to fit into multiple factions, they are called Divergent, and they are dangerous to this system. And that's all I'm going to say about this. It's been a while since I've read this book. I've only read it one time. I have seen the movie adaptations 2 or 3 times, I think twice, but I really enjoy this series and I look forward to rereading it, and I'm excited. All right, going for prompt number 2. Okay, moving 3 spots with a 2 and a 1. One, 2, and 3, International Cat Day. International Cat Day. This is to read a book that has a cat on the cover. For this one, I'm going to go with Volume 4 in A Man and His Cat by Umi Sakurai. As you can see, there's a cat there and a cat there. There's also some cats on the back cover. And this is a manga about a man and his cat. That's literally it. So, got this on there. All right, rolling for prompt number 3. Moving 5 spots with, oh, that was a 4. With a 4 and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pride Month. So Pride Month is to read a book that has LGBTQ plus rep or buy a book by an LGBTQ plus author. For this one, I'm going to go with The Nightmare Before Kissmas by Sara Raasch. I'm guessing is how that is said. This is a male-male romance. It says, Nicholas Cole Claus used to love Christmas until his father, the reigning Santa, turned the holiday into a PR facade. Cole will do anything to escape the spectacle, including getting tangled in a drunken, supremely hot makeout session with a beautiful man behind a seedy bar one night. But the heir to Christmas is soon commanded to do his duty. He will marry his best friend, Iris, the Easter princess, and his brother's not-so-secret crush. A situation that has disaster written all over it. Things go from bad to worse when a rival arrives to challenge Cole for the princess's hand, and Cole comes face to face with his mysterious behind-the-bar hottie, Hex, the Prince of Halloween. It's a fake competition between 2 holiday princes who can't keep their hands off each other over a marriage of convenience that no one wants. And it all leads to one of the sweetest, sexiest, messiest, most delightfully unforgettable love stories of the year. All right, let's go for prompt number 4. Moving 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go swimming again. So Go Swimming, if you will remember, this is a book that has water on the cover. So for this one, I'm going to go with Raiders of the Lost Heart. There's a waterfall back there behind them and on the back cover. Archaeologist Dr. Socorro Cory Mija has a bone to pick, literally. It's been Cory's life goal to lead an expedition deep into the Mexican jungle in search of the long-lost remains of her ancestor Chameleon, an ancient warrior of the Aztec Empire. When she is invited to join an all-expenses-paid dig to do just that, Cory is sure it's too good to be true, and she's right. As the world-renowned expert on Chameleon, Cory should, by rights, be leading this quest, not sharing the glory with her disgustingly handsome nemesis. But Dr. Ford Matthews has been finding new ways to best her since they were in grad school. Ford certainly isn't thrilled either. With his life in shambles, the last thing he needs is a reminder of the rocky past. But as the dig begins, it becomes clear they'll need to work together. A thief is lurking around their campsite, forcing the pair to keep their discoveries and lingering attraction under wraps. With money-hungry artifact smugglers, the Mexican authorities, and lies between them closing in, there's only one way this all ends. Explosively. All right, and will this be the final roll? Will not be the final prompt, I can tell you that. Yeah, final official roll. And that is an 8. So 6 and a 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pride Month again. So Pride Month again. So this is another book that is LGBT rep and or author. And for this one, let's do the Autism Reads, Hoshi and the Red City. It is tagged on Goodreads as LGBT. Specifically, it also mentions queer and lesbian. So We do have LGBT rep. It says, due to their unique neurology, only the enslaved operator caste can program the quantum computers that run 26th century Red City. Where 3 of the cast are ritually murdered, it's up to private investigator Hoshi Archer herself, a recently liberated operator, to help the police solve the case. Things get complicated when one of the victims turns out to be Hoshi's ex-girlfriend, and power-hungry bureaucrats and old rivals stir up new problems. An amoral alien may even be involved. To unwind the plot to take over the city, Hoshi must decipher a deadly computer program and learn to communicate with the alien before it's too late for the next victim and the city. Alright, so those are all of the prompts, but we need to do the viewer prompts. So I will try to fulfill these ones as well, but let's go ahead and get into the viewer prompt, and we're just going to keep going where my last official prompt left off. Okay, going for the viewer prompt. No doubles at all this round. Sweet. So moving 5 spots, 3 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. BBQ or barbecue. So barbecue or BBQ, however it is that you want to say it. This is to read a book that has food on the cover. So for your prompt, I will also try to fulfill this prompt. So for the viewer prompt, it is food on the cover. So for this one, I'm going to go with a cozy mystery. And I'm going to go with 6 Feet Deep Dish, written by Mindy Quigley. This is the first in a new series. I don't know what the name of the series is called. Maybe 6 Feet Deep Dish, who knows. But there's pizza there and there's pizza there. A foolproof recipe for murder. Delilah O'Leary can't wait to open her new gourmet deep dish pizzeria in Geneva Bay, Wisconsin, a charming resort town with a long history as a mobster's hideaway, millionaire's playground, and vacation mecca. Engaged to a hunk with a hefty trust fund, Delilah is poised to begin a life that's just about as delicious as one of her cheesy creations. Just before opening night, though, Delilah plans for pizza perfection hits the skids when her fiancé dumps her and leaves her with a very large memento from their relationship, Butterball, their spoiled plus-size tabby cat. Delilah's trouble deepens when she discovers a dead body and finds her elderly aunt holding the murder weapon. Sorry if the angle changed mid of that. Had to change the battery. Continuing on with the synopsis, it says, handsome local police detective Calvin Capone, great-grandson of the legendary gangster, opens an investigation, threatening to sink Delilah's pie-in-the-sky ambitions before they can even get off the ground. To save her aunt and get her pizza place generating some dough, Delilah must deliver the real killer. That is it, but we're not going to be done. I just can't do any of these videos without basing the next set of books off of, or another set of books off of a YouTuber's TBR game. So let me grab my TBR jar, and it has all the YouTubers that have had or do currently have TBR games, and let's draw a name out of the jar. All right, got my jar here. Let's draw a name. Now I am filming this on July 19th in prep for having to go into the office for 2 weeks. So I don't know what the most recent game is for whoever I draw this. We're going with this one. Is it upside down? Oh, Paige. Paige from Pages with Paige. Hers is based off of Clue. So I'm excited. She can't get a lot of prompts for this. So yeah. So this is going to go off into a TBR, or like a little trinket tray off to the side on my red bookcase. So I'm going to pull up Paige, and let's see, YouTube subscriptions, all scroll down, here we go. 2025 goals, mid-year freak out, May and June wrap up. Now her game is for 2 months. So June book call, July readathons. Cluedo chooses my July and August TBR. Okay. So I will watch this round. I've already seen it, but I don't remember what prompts Paige got. So I will watch this and then I will write down the prompts. I will link Paige's channel in the description box. Please go check out her channel if you have not already. Paige is the creator of Suffer-a-thon, which is really fun. And there's a Discord for all of that. You can go to Paige's channel to find out all of that information. And yeah, I will write down all the prompts. I will pick the books and then I will come back. I'll list Paige's channel in the description box, as well as the video for this particular round that I'll be basing this next grouping of prompts off of. So I can't remember. I have no idea if it was like 5 or 15. I don't know, but that's okay. There's never any punishment for never finishing a TBR for my gameplay. So I'll watch this and I'll be right back. I've got an idea for something. Anyway. I have watched Paige's game, and it turned out rather well. 6 rolls, but not 6 books, because some of them have 2 books. So we'll get into that. Again, the channel, Paige's channel, and the game that this round is based off of will be in the description box. So the first prompt is a reread. I'm going to go with Twilight. Yes, I have Divergent that I've already picked earlier in this, but the point of this is to add books that I haven't already picked. So anyway, I'm going to reread Twilight. So it's a vampire love story between a vampire and a human. And it's a young adult. So yeah, it's been a bit. This will be the 3rd time, because I did reread it once. So this will be the 3rd read of this for me. But I have not read it in this edition. I read it in where the cover is black, and then I read an ebook, and now I'll read it in this edition. So, which this is the only edition I own other than the ebooks. So, yeah, Twilight. Prompt number 2 is kitchen. So something Paige talked about, like food on the cover, or maybe something that can be found in the kitchen in the title of the cover, which is what Paige ultimately went with. I'm going to go with food on the cover and something that could potentially be found in a kitchen depending on the home. I'm going to go with legends and lattes. So lattes can be found in the home, and then there's food, there's drinks. So yeah, legends and lattes by Travis Baldree. After a lifetime of bounties and bloodshed, Viv is hanging up her sword for the last time. The battle-weary orc aims to start fresh, opening the first ever coffee shop in the city of Thune. But rivals old and new stand in the way of success, not to mention the fact that no one has the faintest idea of what coffee actually is. If Viv wants to put the blade behind her and make her plans a reality, she won't be able to go it alone. But the true rewards of the uncharted path are the travelers you meet along the way, and whether drawn together by ancient magic, a flaky pastry, or a freshly brewed cup, they may become partners, family, and something deeper than she ever could have dreamed. Okay, so this next one is going to be a little finagling. Please don't mind the mess with my chronic back pain. I haven't been able to tidy up, and so things are a mess. I've got piles of stuff. Gonna do a blind pick. That is the prompt that Paige got. So I'm going to be just grabbing some books, and I'm gonna grab 6 books. Let me grab a D6 dice. Let's go with this one. It's a metal one with dragons on it. So I'm gonna go with that one. And let's go find 6 random books, blindly picking them, and we'll go from there. Okay, so again, please don't mind the mess. It is a mess. Okay, so I'm gonna go from this top shelf and then the middle shelf, and then I'm gonna randomly reach in there in the bottom shelf. So because I can see these ones, I'm not gonna go with those ones. So I'm gonna go, let's go with this one. Nice thin. Okay, so this one is Forsaken by Willow Winters and B.B. Hamill. So that's choice number 2. I'm going to go and reach in here. How am I going to do this? Let me get these ones out of the way. Okay. Let's go with this one because that's the one my hand. Oh, this is an Autism Reads book that I haven't gotten to yet. Need to get to that one. Okay, so that's pick number 2. Okay, I'm just gonna go right here in this corner. Go with this one. Oh, an R.L. Stine book. Okay, The Prom Queen. Okay, I'm gonna go with one of these ones. And just so you can see, I'm not looking, I'm gonna look at you. You can't see the books behind me. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. Hey, a reread. The Ballad of Songs and Snakes. Although, I think I'm gonna put this one to the side because I haven't reread the first one yet. So let's randomly grab another one again. Ooh, Damaged Goods by Talia Hibbert. Okay, so these books are from other readathons. I haven't picked any of those yet. So let's do the same thing. So I can't see. I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, okay, Dark Corners by Megan Golden. Okay, I have some books here. Let's just kind of randomly grab one. Just so you can see, I'm not looking. Just gonna reach. I'm not gonna go for the top. I can't see. I'm trying to get... Oh, okay, I'm knocking stuff over. Okay, this is the one that I pulled. It's starting to fall. Let me fix that. 2 Times the Trouble by Stephenie Brother. Is this a standalone or is this part of a series? A fake date romantic comedy. This is from my romance reveal book box. I will double check. I think this is either the first in a series or it's a standalone. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so 2 Times the Trouble. This is a part of a series, but it's number 1 in this series. And the series is called Double Rom-Com. So, there's 3 books in that series so far. Okay, so 6 books. I'm just going to keep them in the way that I drew them. So number 1, 2, 3 is the R.L. Stine, 4, 5, and 6. So 1 on the bottom, 6 on top. And now I'm going to turn you around and we'll roll this dice on my desk. Okay, so here's the dice. Number 4. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, number 1 is this one here. 2 is the one for autism reads. I really need to get to that one. 3 is The Prom Queen by R.L. Stine, which means 4 is Damaged Goods by Talia Hibbert. Sweet. Okay, so that was a complete blind pick. I had no choice. I just reached and then rolled the dice, and it came up, the final result is Damaged Goods by Talia Hibbert. This is book number 1.5 in the Ravenswood series. This is a novella. It says, second chances shouldn't feel so sinful. Laura Brune's husband is a monster, her diamond ring a trap, and her pregnancy is the push she needs to finally escape. She runs away seeking safety and finds Samir Bianchi, her long-lost teenage sweetheart. With his kind eyes and dirty smile, Samir's still hot as hell, and he still treats Laura like a goddess, baby bump and all. The wild boy she spent one magical summer with is every inch a man, and he's more than ready to care for her tiny family. But Laura's been keeping a secret Samir might never forgive. When she finally confesses, will he remain by her side, or is this fairy tale ending too good to be true? All right, prompt number 4, Paige ended up in the conservatory. So this is a mood read, but it is 2 books. So for this one, I'm going to go with Virgil Wander by Leif Enger. This is my mom's book, and she really wants me to get to this one. This was actually a mom's pick or a friend's pick, something along those lines. I think it was a legitimate mom's pick, and I need to get this back to her. So we'll do that. It says, the first novel in 10 years from award-winning from this best-selling author. Okay, Virgil Wander is a big, generous, sweeping story of new beginnings against all odds that follows the inhabitants of small Midwestern town in their quest to revive its flagging heart. Small-town cinema owner Virgil Wander is cruising along at medium altitude when his Pontiac flies off a bridge into the icy depths of Lake Superior. Virgil survives, but his language and memory are altered, and he emerges into a world no longer familiar to him. Awaking into his new life, Virgil begins to piece together his personal history and the lore of his broken town. With the help of a cast of affable and curious locals from Rune, a twinkling, pipe-smoking, kite-designing stranger investigating the mystery of his disappeared son, to Nadine, the enchanting reserved wife of the vanished man, to young Glenn P., an intrepid waif determined to hook a killer fish. Into this community returns a shimmering prodigal son, Adam Lear, who may hold the key to reviving their hard luck town. So, I'll try to get to this one so that I can get this book back to my mom. The next one I'm going to do for the conservatory mood read is, I've been having my eye on this one, and it's the cover that's drawing me in, and it's Someone You Can Build a Nest In by John Wiswell. So just purple sprayed edges. It says, Shay Shen is a shapeshifter who happily resides as an amorphous lump at the bottom of a ruined manor. When her rest is interrupted by impolite monster hunters, she constructs a body from the remains of past meals, a metal chain for a backbone, borrowed bones for limbs, and a bear trap as an extra mouth. Badly hurt by the hunters, Shay Shen's nursed back to health by Homily, a warm-hearted human. Homily is kind and would make a great co-parent, an ideal place to lay Shay Shen's eggs so their young can devour Hamley from the inside out. But as they grow close, Shay Shen realizes that eating her girlfriend isn't an option. Just as Shay Shen's about to confess her identity, Homely reveals something else. She's hunting a shape-shifting monster that supposedly cursed her family. Has Shay Shen seen it anywhere? Shay Shen didn't curse anyone, so now she has to figure out why Homely's twisted family thinks she did. As Shay Shen's hunt for the monster becomes increasingly deadly, the bigger challenge remains, learning how to build a life with rather than in the woman she loves. That is a hard name. It's literally Shesheshen. She Shen. Maybe it's She Shen. I don't know. Or Shay Shen, I'm guessing. I have no idea. But I really want to get to this one. Okay, then Paige decided to play it smart and went into the lounge. So again, another 2 mood reads. So I am grabbing a book. I have struggled with the autism reads because I have been in and out of slumps this year. It's the worst slumpy year I have ever been in, mostly because of my health issues. So I really need to want to get to this one. It was one of the selections for autism reads, and that one is Chameleon Moon by Roanna Sylver. The city of Parole is burning. Like Venice slips into the sea, Parole crumbles into fire. The entire population inside has been quarantined, cut off from the rest of the world, and left to die, directly over the open flame. Eye in the sky, a deadly and merciless police force ensures no one escapes, ever. All that's keeping Parole alive is faith in the midst of horrors and death, trust in the face of desperation, and their fantastic, terrifying, and beautiful superhuman abilities. Reagan, stealth and reconnaissance expert with a lizard's scales and snake's eyes, is haunted by 10 years of anxiety, trauma, and terror. And he's finally reached his limit. His ability to disappear into thin air isn't enough. He needs an escape, and he'll do anything for a chance. Luckily for him, Hans, a ghostly boy with a chilling smile, knows just the thing to get one. It starts with a little murder. Probably gonna see Polly. All right, Missy. Are you going to show your tush? Okay, thank you. Show the tail. Let's see. But instead of ending a man's life... Hi. Keep going, please. Thank you. Reagan starts a new one of his own. He turns away from that twisted path and encounters Evelyn, fearless force on stage and sonic superheroic revolutionary on the streets. Now Reagan has a choice, and a chance to not only escape from Parole, but unravel the mystery deep in its burning heart, and most of all, discover the truth about their own entwining pasts. Parole's a rough place to live, but they're not dead yet. If they can survive the imminent cataclysmic disaster, they might just stay that way. And the link to the Discord for Autism Reads is always in the description box of all of my videos. the next mood read for In the Lounge, because again, the mood reads are 2 books. I'm going to go with this book, Idolfire. Sorry for the reflection, but that is how it came. This is a book that I got from special edition book from Goldsboro. I did sign up for Goldsboro. And this is Idolfire by Grace Curtis. So, and this is number 969 out of 2,000 numbered copies of the first edition. It is signed. And then there's the cover. So this one says, on one side of the world, Alea Anna Ulai is desperate for a chance. Her family have written her off as a mistake, but she's determined to prove every last one of them wrong. On the other, Kirby of Wall's End is searching for redemption. An ancient curse tore her life apart, and to break it, she'll have to leave everything behind. Fate sets them both on the path to Navila, a city once poised to conquer the world, with the power of 1,000 stolen gods. Now the gates are closed and the old magic slumbers, waiting for a spark to light it anew. It says that this is an epic sapphic fantasy road trip inspired by the fall of Rome from the author of Frontier and Floating Hotel, which I have not read either of those, so this is my first time with this author. Okay, and then with the roll of the dice, Paige ended up in the dining room, and this was the last roll. And so again, 2 more mood reads. So another Autism Reads book that I just, due to my slumps, I have not picked up. I'm going to do this middle grade, so it'll be quick to get through. This is The Many Mysteries of the Finkel Family by Sara Kapit. Not quite sure how to say that one. I do know this has autism rep in it. It says, when 12-year-old Laura Finkel starts her very own detective agency, Fiasco, Finkel Investigation Agency, solving consequential crimes only. She does not want her sister, Caroline, involved. She and Caroline don't have to do everything together, but Caroline won't give up. And when she brings Laura the firm's first mystery, Laura relents, and the mysteries start piling up. But soon a new mystery emerges, a mystery about Caroline. Caroline normally uses her tablet to talk, but now she's busily texting a new friend. Laura can't figure out what the 2 of them are up to, but it can't be good. And Caroline doesn't like Laura's snooping. She's supposed to be solving other people's mysteries, not spying on Caroline. As Fiasco and the Finkel family mystery spin out of control, can Caroline and Laura find a way to be friends again? So not only does this have autism rep, but this will be the first one that I read that has nonverbal representation in it. So I'm looking forward to reading that representation, and I hope it's done well. But I really need to get to this one. Okay, in the last mood read, I had someone comment on a video wondering if this will be a sweet romance, and I've been wanting to pick this one up since before I even ordered it, when I first saw the advertisement for this book. So now's the time to get to it. And I'm going to do The Baking Games by Rachel Hanna. It says, Savannah Green has always been the sunshine in her little sister's life, playing the role of mother since their own fell victim to addiction. At 30, Savannah's dreams of culinary greatness are put on hold as she works tirelessly in a small grocery store bakery, determined to see her sister through college. When a golden opportunity arises in the form of a reality TV baking competition, Savannah sees a chance to win the $200,000 prize and secure their future. But the path to victory is anything but sweet. Among the contestants is her ex-boyfriend, whose sole mission seems to be sabotaging her every move. And then there's Rhett Jennings, her grumpy pastry school rival, whose brooding presence both irritates and intrigues her. As the competition heats up, Savannah finds an unexpected ally in Rhett, who proposes a wild idea. Fake a relationship to captivate the audience and increase their chances of winning. As they whip up decadent desserts and navigate cutthroat challenges, Savannah and Rhett's faux romance begins to feel all too real. With the line between competition and connection blurring, Savannah must decide if the sweetest prize of all is worth fighting for. Will she walk away with the grand prize, a new love, or both? It says, in this heartwarming rom-com, Savannah discovers that sometimes the recipe for love is a mix of trust, bravery, and a pinch of fate. I was hoping it would say that this is a sweet, clean romance, so that I knew for sure, but I don't know for sure, but I will read it and find out. And that is it. Those are all of the books for my August TBR. Again, there's never any punishment for not finishing these. I'm just going to keep adding them onto future TBRs as the year continues to roll forward. So that was 5 books from my TBR game plus the viewer prompt, so that's 6. That is 6 books, and then Paige had 6 rolls, so 6, 7, 8, 9 books for the ones that were doubles, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 books selected for the month of August. Let me know, have you read any of these books or books from any of these authors? What are you planning on reading for the viewer prompt? Definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I will talk to you later.